What's going on, YouTube? Achilles here, and today I put together a Dimir control deck, and everyone knows this deck because it's the combination of Singularity Rupture with Riverchurn Monument. And whenever I think of this deck, I always think of if I'm not going to play an aggro deck or a deck that could win quickly, and if I run into this deck, then they're going to eventually get their combo off where they mill half of our deck rounded down, and then they finish us off with the Riverchurn Monument. And this combo is very deadly, especially since the Singularity Rupture destroys all creatures when this all occurs. So if you're trying to build a board to try to win against your opponent that's doing this strategy, then they could just destroy all the creatures and keep your opponent at bay. So that's what we're trying to do. We try to go Singularity Rupture, clear the board, mill their library in half, and then we have Riverchurn Monument to finish the job. So the rest of the deck is built around this interaction. We have plenty of removal to deal with all those aggro decks. And let's say we're playing against a control deck. Well, we have plenty of counters. We have a way to get rid of the stuff in their hand that's useful. And we have plenty of ways to just generate card advantage, whether it's with Consult the Star Charts and stock up, or if it's going to be making a bunch of fish with Fountainport, or even milling the opponent with Restless Reef as we swing. So we have a lot of different ways to go about it. So we play very slow but steady and win once we mill our opponent. So let's get right into this list. We got 2 Phantom Interference, 4 3 Steps Ahead, 2 Duress, 3 Tragic Trajectory, 4 Consult the Star Charts, 1 Negate, 4 Riverchurn Monument, 1 Nowhere to Run, 4 Shoot the Sheriff, 4 Stock Up, 4 Singularity Rupture, 1 Virtue of Persistence, and for lands we got 3 Islands, 3 Swamps, 4 Restless Reef, 4 Undercity Sewers, 4 Watery Grave, 4 Demolition Field, and 4 copies of Fountainport. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and if you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day, and if you want to become a member, you could get early access to videos. Let's get right into these games. Okay, our opponent's going first. I'm going to keep this one. Ah, yes, they're playing everyone's favorite mono green deck. So do we stop their creatures immediately, or do we focus on the bigger threats? Well, you know what? I think if they have less mana to work with every turn, then it should be okay. We want to get to 6 mana so we could Singularity Rupture, so we want to make their journey to getting to, or should I just say their just journey of just making a board early on a little harder, so instead of having 3 mana to work with, I only got 2 right now, so that's the whole idea. The only problem is I'm going to have to get rid of this immediately before it gets any stronger, so... But at the same time, we're just holding them back. So that's all that matters. Very strange. I guess they are going for a Mossborn Hydra or something next turn, if I had to guess. Do we Duress and see what's even in their hand now? I don't know. Do need the lands. See what's in their hand, why not? Get rid of that snakeskin veil. Now they got the Mossborn. It's gonna go to 4 attack now. Then it'll go to 8 attack. So we gotta be careful. We could still technically find a removal spell. We sure do. Nice. So we should be good because once the Singularity Rupture resolves, we're going to be at a point where definitely going to be ahead of the game. Or should I just say the longer the game goes on in this particular matchup, the better? I mean, sure, they could always just pump something up randomly and just win in one shot, but if they don't, they're going to be good. That's a move. Interference is good, but I don't think it's going to be useful right now. So I wonder if they're just going to blindly swing with the Tifa right now, but I do have Restless Reef, so that would be silly. Oh my goodness, they actually did it. It's so funny. They're going to regret that. There's not even a reason to use the Singularity Rupture, which is really funny. Are they going to do it again? I think they learned their lesson the first time. Alright, so they don't swing, so we're just going to make a treasure. Perfect. So we're going to go Virtue and get rid of the Bristly Bill. I mean, they could have a Snakeskin Veil, of course, but what are the odds? Well, look at that. They got it. So funny. Now they're doubling the counters. Alright, I see, I see. I think we're going to mill them now. And if they don't have any creature they draw or any... Oh my god, Bristly Bill, okay. Even with that, though, it's fine. I'm going to go for the Virtue. And what this does is it gives us access to their whole graveyard, which is nice. Although they could start pumping up the Bristly Bill with its own effect, though, which is going to be troublesome. But even with that, I think we're totally fine. We could always use Restless Reef as a creature because it has Death Touch. What are we going to grab? I think the Traveling Chocobo. So now we should be good because we could counter their next creature. And we're just going to be getting a creature every turn now. So it's the beginning of the end for our opponent. Okay, we get to go first. I'm going to keep this. What's funny is that in this matchup, I'm actually going to be helping them because they're playing a Raise the Pass deck. So if we could mill them but hold up a counter for the Raise the Pass, then we should be good. It's easier said than done, though, of course. What's interesting is they're playing Dark Confident, which is not always a staple in that kind of deck, but I guess that's interesting to see that. So now we hold up 3 steps ahead, but I doubt we're going to use it for anything besides whatchamacallit. Just getting rid of Raise the Past. I'll make them get rid of the Infestation Sage So when I go Singularity Rupture, they won't have any creatures on the board. Interesting. Let's get rid of the Zealot, because this card is... it's the main card that could just dig through their deck and whatnot. Okay, they go for another Infestation Sage. Are they going to go for the swing? I doubt it. Maniac. I mean, that just tells me, though, that they have Raise the Past, or they just confidently have that game plan of like, alright, you know, I don't really care, we'll just swing anyway. So I gotta do this right, because obviously I want to mill our opponent, but since they're playing a deck that doesn't mind getting milled, we have to be very smart about how we go about this. Okay, so we're going to make a treasure. Very interesting. So this is what we're doing. I want to do this so I don't miss a land drop, but I'm also still going to hold up the 3 steps ahead, which is very important. But I do need more lands. Also need that to mill to win. I'm trying to set it up so I could do our combo, but also hold up 3 steps the whole time along the way. So if we could find one more land, then I could confidently go and use 3 steps ahead. Not 3 steps ahead, Singularity Rupture, and still hold up the 3 steps. Which is super important. Do we do that now? It doesn't make any sense, though. Okay, so now I could go Singularity Rupture and hold up 3 steps ahead, which is what I've been trying to do this whole time. So now it'll just guarantee that we'll win next turn. Because they go Raise the Past next turn. Oh, it's at the top of their deck. That's so funny. And if they have another one, and we counter it, then they only have 2 mana to play around with. And then we just go Riverchurn Monument, use the Exhaust, and then that's it. So, what is the move? And yeah, that makes sense. Okay, opponent goes first. I'm going to keep this. Ah, yes. Good old aggro. So, unfortunately, I am going to take this 2 life so we could use this Tragic Trajectory turn 1. Although we don't have any removal until we go for the Singularity Rupture later on, so, I mean, hopefully they don't do anything. Well, it's 4 damage to the face. No care in the world. That is fair. So this is the move, guys. I'm just going to hold up the Consult the Star charts, trying to find more pieces of removal and stuff to disrupt our opponent on these early turns. They must have just drawn that, or I have no idea what they're doing. They're just trying to do damage, so, I mean, it's the move at the end of the day. Alright, so this is quite unfortunate. We don't need Duress right now. So I'm gonna just use the Consult the Star charts at the end of the turn once again so I could just find more removal. We just need to hold them back until we could do our little combo, but we need to do that by turn 7. And obviously our opponent doesn't want to wait that long. More damage. It's like, alright. Okay, so I'm gonna get the Demolition Field because it won't come in tapped if we need a land that doesn't come in tapped. This is very unfortunate. Best case scenario, I could use this Fountainport as to make a fish to block something. But yeah, if you don't draw like 2 pieces of removal, like we drew 1, but obviously we need more in this open window of opportunity to try to survive. It's like this is where they shine, so we have to be able to just withstand these early turns, which we're struggling with. They still have 3 mana open, they could do a whole bunch. Interesting, they just pump it up. More damage. Oh man, they got a slick shot. Yeah. Okay, so hear me out. Best case scenario, I block the Hired Claw. They sling with the slick shot. I only take 2, and they don't have any other spells. And then I go Singularity Rupture. That's the best case scenario. They don't even play the slick shot though, which is very interesting. Pump it up. Trample. Oh yeah, we are very much so dead. They could sneeze and we lose. And it doesn't even matter if we go Singularity Rupture, because they just play that while we're tapped out and just hit us for 1, so we lost this one. Opponent's going first. I really don't like that we don't have a swamp right now, but I'm going to try to make it work. At least we could use the Consult the Star charts at the end of their turn to try to find a land. I didn't even mean to do that. Whoops. But it's fine. I probably would have let them do that anyway. We need to prioritize finding our land more than anything right now. There we go. Found. What do you got? Very fancy. Well, obviously they're trying to do some omniscient stuff. Well, that was easy. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Tell me what you think of the deck in the comments section down below. Please like the video and subscribe if you have not already. And if you're new here, just know I have new videos coming out every day. Hope everyone has a great day. Take care.